My dear friends, first and foremost, I would like to give you a warm welcome in my YouTube channel. And I would like to make a humble request to you all to watch this video till end. So today I have come to you with the topic that is the nature and attributes of God. So we'll discuss today on the nature and attributes of God. We all know that God is without body. God is not having any body. So God is in the form of spirit. God is in the form of soul. And at the same time, we all know that there are many religions, and all these religions speak differently about the nature and the attribute of God. So as I said that there are many religions, the thinkers of all these religions have described God with many attributes, such as God is all perfect good, omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. God is merciful, God is lovable, God is forgivable, God is creator, God is sustainer, and etc. So I would like to focus the four attributes. These are: God is all perfect, God is omniscient, God is omnipotent, and God is necessity being. As I said that I will tell you about the four attributes of God, because these four attributes are held by the major religions, and these major religions are: the first one is Judaism, the second one is Christianity, and third one is Islamism. So Judaism, Christianity and Islamism hold the four attributes of God in same way. So these religions share the concept of the attributes of God in same way. They share a common concept, and therefore I would like to focus on these three religions, on their four attributes of God. So as I said, first one is God is all perfect good. So God is all perfect good, and He created the universe, created the creation as perfectly. So this idea on this attribute, all these three religions are holding. Whereas there are other thinkers who opposed this idea, saying this: God cannot be all perfect good. If He had been all perfect good, then today why we see disharmony, evilness in His creation? If He is all perfect good, then He would have created the universe as perfectly. But we see in His creation there is evil, there is disharmony sometimes in the universe. And why, from where does this disharmony and evil come? So this question they asked to the people who hold the idea on the attribute of God, that is, God is all perfect good. So in that way some thinkers have criticized on the attribute of God is all perfect good. The second one is omniscient. Here we have to understand omniscient. The term omniscient You know, omniscient means God is knowing everything. God is all knowing. God is omniscient. For God, there is no past, no future, but everything is in present. So God is beyond time, and therefore God knows everything. God knows past, future, and present. And here we human beings have to understand, for us there is future, there is present, and there is past. Whereas for God, everything is happening in present. But at the same time, there are other philosophers, other thinkers who have opposed the attribute that God cannot be omniscient. He cannot know everything. Because they say that we human beings have the freedom of will. And therefore, whatever I would like to choose, I choose the one of the options, and therefore God cannot know which I am going to choose, because I have the freedom of will. And if the person is given options, more than one options, then he may choose any one of them. Since he has the freedom of will, and therefore he may choose any one of them, in that case God does not know what he is going to choose. So in that way, these philosophers, they have opposed the attribute that is God cannot be omniscient. Then third one is God is omnipotent. Now here also we have to understand the term omnipotent. Omnipotent means powerful. God is all powerful. So all these three religions, they say that God is all powerful and He created the world by using all the powers that He is having. And therefore this religion, they claim that God is all powerful. He is almighty. He is having all power in Himself, and therefore God becomes all powerful. And here also there are some thinkers who have criticized, saying this: no, God cannot be all powerful, by saying this statement: if God is all powerful, then can God create a stone that He cannot lift? Can God create a stone that He cannot raise? And there is one more statement that they have made, that is, can God commit suicide if He is all powerful? And one more sentence they have, that is, can God make a square as circle? So making all these statements, these thinkers have opposed the attribute that God cannot be all powerful. God cannot be omnipotent, because all these statements contradict the attribute that is God is omnipotent. It cannot be this way. So these are the attributes of God according to all these three religions, which are holding same idea on these attributes. They have same concept on these attributes. But at the same time, there are thinkers who opposed all these attributes, and the thinkers of all these three religion could not solve the problem of it, and therefore these criticisms remain as questionable. Then the last fourth one is necessity being. God is necessity being. In this world there are beings who are limited being, which are known as finite being, and these beings they come to be and they cease to be after few years or few months or few weeks. So all these finite beings are having this kind of qualities, these kind of features. So there must be a being which necessarily exists, and all these finite beings depend on that necessary being. So the finite beings this finite being which come to be and cease to be, so there must be a necessary being who is responsible for all these finite beings. These finite beings, as I said, they come to be and they cease to be. That means the finite beings, they come into existence and they cease to existence. So there must be a being who is responsible for all these finite beings for come to be and to cease to be, and therefore there must be a being which necessarily exists and his existence is forever. So in that way, that necessary being is God. So all these three religions, Judaism, Christianity and Islamism, hold all these four attributes in the same way, and they share the common concept on these attributes.